All right, let's talk about the Clippers. They
Ugh.
just signed. They just signed Kawhi Leonard to extension. They're talking about re-signing Paul George to extension. Not they James Harden. He has to wait to the end of the year to potentially get a contract extension. So, do you think they deserve to get these extensions?
From the way they're playing right now, they definitely deserve it. But I do think like this team is not is their ceiling is not to perform well during the season. Their extension comes during the playoffs. Like if they don't perform during the playoffs, they don't deserve the extensions. I think the only one that truly do deserve it is probably outside of Kawhi, Paul George. But I think Paul George is a movable piece for the Clippers, especially with that new arena opening up next year. I think they probably want some type of real achievement that's not just a good season team. They need to do something in the playoffs to be afforded an extension. James Harden, Paul George, shit, Zubac, Norman Powell, all of them, like Bones, they have to achieve something in the playoffs to truly get an extension from them. That's what I think. I think like what they're doing in the season right now is great, amazing, but I don't think that's enough. What do you got?
If you think they don't deserve the extension because they haven't done anything, that's fine because they haven't done nothing since they've been there. They only went to one conference finals. That was one without Paul George.
Or Kawhi, right?
You blew a 3-1 lead to the Nuggets in the bubble. After that, it's really just been the playoffs and you just lost. That's fine. But I remember when we had this conversation, I think last year I said they're going to resign them because you need something, you need this attraction to come there. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into this new arena with Terrence Mann, nothing against these people, but Terrence Mann, Kobe Brown, and Brandon Boston. I don't want to do that. But when I have Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, probably James Harden, maybe even Westbrook comes back, you walk in. I don't know what the arena looks like, but let's just say that they got this big screen when you walk up and you see those big four. You're like, oh shit, we
I heard
see.
it's up there with SoFi Stadium. I heard it's up there with SoFi.
If that's the case, they probably do got a big screen like that. I want to see Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and James Harden on the screen as soon as I walk in. I don't want to see some people I don't know. I just don't want to see that. And I feel like when it comes to that, I guess they do deserve the extension. They're LA people too, and I don't think they was never gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
What was that? What would you say? What, like a month ago, Paul
Keep
George?
going
They
with
was talking about Indiana. Paul George. I never believed that he does not want to go to no damn Indiana. And you've always said it years ago. You was like, man, once you from Cali, you never want to leave.
they all want to go back to Cali. All of those West Coast players, even Zach LaVine, you know he want to go back to Cali.
Just go back to the West Coast. Period. I don't want to go back to no Indiana. Nothing against Indiana, but if I'm Cali, I don't want to go back there. So yes, they deserve it. Just I guess just from playing good, and then they could say we've been hurt. We just been hurt. Like if we were healthy, there's a chance we could have gone to the freaking finals potentially. Outside of that year where they should have probably went to the conference finals, but they blew the lead. They went to the conference finals. No Kawhi Leonard. If Kawhi is there, they probably do get to the finals. Who knows? So
I'm
yes,
not.
I think they deserve. I think they deserve it. I'm not too upset. Paul George gonna get some money, and Kawhi Leonard took a discount because he was projected to get like 248 for 5 years. He only signed for 150, I think. No, was it 150? I think so. Yeah, it was 150 for 3 years. So he only getting 50 million a year. If people think that's kind of high, I guess for Kawhi Leonard, hey, that's fine, I guess. But according to like the reports, he took a discount from 248 for 150.
I'm not gonna hold you. I think that the Clippers, James Harden, Kawhi, Paul George, Westbrook. Um, I don't know. I still don't believe in them for like winning it all, actually being able to contend. I just still think like Denver is the team to be. Even like no matter what happens, like Minnesota, OKC, Clippers, I just think like it's Denver. I think it's still Denver. And I just gotta see. I just because being healthy is a really, really big part of the game. And you don't get healthier the older you get. The when time passes forward, we don't get healthier. You regress. So it's like we really gotta see. Really gotta see. Um I just don't really believe in these big three superstar teams. Just like with the Suns, they're garbage. They're terrible. I mean, I ain't gonna. They're not garbage, terrible. Like,
I was about to say, I don't think they're
yeah,
garbage.
but they don't spark no fear in like the division or the conference like that Miami, that Celtics team did. They don't do that. They don't like that Warriors team. They don't spark any fear. It's like I think it's free game. I think it's free game to go against them. So I
Do
don't
you
know.
think that he's only playing like all these games because he knew he was kind of like his contract was held hostage, I guess?
Kawhi.
Like, yes, and like Paul George, because they have played, that it was that stat saying this is the most games they played together since they've been there. They've been here for 5 years, 6 years now. So it's like I wanted to get my money, so I'm gonna start playing games. Let's just say if they got it over the summer, will we assign a little bit low management? Do you believe that?
Yeah, 100%. I think because you literally had the coach Ty Lue come out last year saying like that's why we haven't been playing him 40 minutes. Like we could play him in back to backs, and then his body goes off and he tears his meniscus again. So I think this season he coming back from like a torn meniscus. Typically Kawhi, when he come back from an injury, it's that he's not finna play back to backs. He's not finna be it. But now you got the money on the line too. I don't think it's a coincidence that like Kawhi is playing more games. Paul George, actually Paul George, I think Paul George just be hooping, do be balling. But I do think like he like KD, he be having freak injuries because
Yeah. I
like
was
I
just
can't
about
believe
to say that. Like, I feel like Kawhi, to an extent, he does like he has like legit injuries, but it's like I feel like he could play, but he just chooses not to. Paul George is like he'd be having like some injuries. Like he freaking hurt his leg like 3 weeks before the playoffs, and it's like he just didn't come back.
yeah. Like, it happens. I think Kawhi Leonard, he be babysitting his injuries. Like sometimes it's like he just gotta take care of his body, but it's like for him to take care of his body, his family, to eat, he gotta hoop. So it's like he probably is aches and pains, but he gotta hoop. He gotta show them like because if without Kawhi, if we heard any news about Kawhi not being able to go forward the rest of the season, I think all hopes for the Clippers is like it goes out the window.
Hell yeah, he the
So
best player. Hell yeah, without him,
yeah,
they ain't winning shit. I don't care if you do
nothing.
got James and Paul George. They not winning without that dude, bro.
First round, second round bounce.
Bro, I watch Kawhi hoop. I know some people might say it'd be a little boring, but Kawhi Leonard be getting the job done, bro.
Yeah.
He be hooping. He be hooping. He get to the mid range. He know when to get to his spots. He's a really good shooter, bro. That man, I'm always gonna say it. When he's healthy, he's a top 10 player in the league, bro. And he is like, bro, this nigga be killing. Paul George too. Paul George be hooping, bro. This is the first time since the bubble, basically, they've been hooping together every year. One of them get hurt or they don't play back to backs. We finally get it. There you got James Harden now. It's crazy because James Harden was talking about he ain't the system, but he only giving me 17 points. I don't get what I never got that when he said them comments. I didn't get it.
I'm not a system player. I am the system. Yeah, I know. But I just think Kawhi, he probably is aching in pain, but he's sucking it up and he balling. He balling because he gotta show them like, hey, when I'm good, I'm rolling. Y'all gotta pay me.
They go
Yeah,
pay
I
Paul
think
George next. They go pay him. They go
yeah,
get him the bread too.
they got. I mean, I think I ain't gonna hold you. I think if they pay Paul George with the arena opening, I don't know, man. I could see them. I could see them saying we're not going into the next arena with like this behavior. We're not gonna reward like lazy folks. We're not calling them lazy. We're not gonna reward like complacency and mediocrity. But I do think Paul George, Westbrook, like all of them are tradable. All of them are like, we'll let all y'all walk. Not Kawhi though. Like, I wouldn't be surprised they do a sign and trade with PG-13.
I don't think so. Because Kawhi Leonard has say, bro, if he wants Paul George back, he gonna want that man back. They've been there forever now. That's his guy.
If they get put out in the first round by OKC, then what?
Nothing. They just lost. Because what's gonna help them get better? What? What's gonna help them get better? Because Kawhi Leonard took a pay cut for what? And you not gonna resign this dude? That's the only reason I took that. If that was the case, I would have got the full max.
If they get bounced in the first round, I think that's not acceptable.
Who do they play right now? They in the first. They play the Kings.
They play the Kings.
They could beat the Kings in the first round.
They could beat the Kings.
Yes, they can definitely beat the Kings.
They can beat the Kings.
But
if it changed though, because them standards when it changed.
I agree. But the only way everything works out is they got to get to the conference finals, and they at least got to be competitive. But obviously, like you said, they're based off playoffs. The regular season, we know y'all gonna be good in the regular season. We don't care. We can care less about that. Like, they're 25-13. Yes, y'all did suck for them first 5 games, but now y'all back to being raw. And I think it's we expected them to at least figure something out and be at least good. Now we on to the playoffs. So y'all got to at least go to the conference finals, basically win, or potentially at least be competitive at least, and get to the finals. And then you got to win.
I mean, we finna get the same thing. We finna get the same thing. James Harden finna disappear in the fucking playoffs. James Harden finna go off and average 10 points and six assists, 4 rebounds, and they gonna hate him and they gonna get rid of him. They gonna keep him anyway. It's gonna be the same thing over and over. Paul George gonna roll his ankles
right back to watch. Don't matter.
You going to a Clippers game?
He averaged 18 points that first year in Philly in the playoffs, and then he averaged 20 last year.
You going to a Clippers game in that new arena?
I wish. I hope so.
Hey man,
that bitch gonna be nice. I already know.
Just do it.
That motherfucker gonna be nice.
You already know, man. Because
these new arenas. See Kobe Brown and Brandon Boston on the big screen. Nobody want to see that shit.
What's that dude that's balling out in the G League for the Cavaliers right now?
Imani Bates. Man, I don't want to see no damn Imani Bates on no damn.
Didn't the Clippers have him for a minute? I thought he was on the Clippers.
No, he on the Cavs.
On the Cavs. I thought the Clippers had him.
I told JD and Trill that man wasn't gonna get no tick. I told them that. I said just go in the G League and light it up. Because you ain't gonna play in the regular season. You just not gonna do that. Yeah, no. Yeah.
It's a log jam with that man. God damn, it's a log jam with him.
Clippers nice though. They need to get to conference finals and win.
So you saying they gotta go to the finals, huh?
They basically do. Yes. They're yes. They have to get to the finals. They have to. No. Yes. Get to the finals. The Bulls are winning for now, at least, because yesterday they sold my bread. I need the Jazz to win tonight. I don't bet against the Lakers, but I need them to win. No LeBron. Yeah. Jazz been hooping. Jazz have been hooping. I'm giving them their credit. They've been hooping. I didn't expect them to hoop.
Yeah, I don't mean shit though. They finna fire sale. It's finna be a fire sale. Somebody gonna take John Collins.
They're in the play-in.
Yeah, Danny Ainge ain't gonna play. He gonna let them boys ride.
It's 20-20. They in the play-in. They're ninth play-in, but it don't matter because we gonna take that because the Rockets are gonna get out and the Lakers are gonna get back in. So it don't even matter.
The play-in was a good addition to the season. Play-in was a good addition to the season.
I mean, it just got teams to not tank, really. That was the whole point. Because, the Jazz, they would probably be tanking right now. Like, well, later down the line, they'll be tanking like, man, we ain't getting this shit. Like, there ain't no point.
Jazz gonna put the Pelicans out of the playoffs.
Hell no. Pelicans good, bro. Pelicans been really good. They've been hooping.
I thought they just got blew out last night.
They did get blew out. But they've been playing really good, though. Not that one game don't mean nothing. They've been playing good. Don't mean shit.
Hey, whatever.